How have you seen recruiting change in the past couple of years since the rule change?
Since the rule change?
Since the rule change.
Tremendously different now. Coaches are telling us they don't feel the urgency because they're recruiting older kids. So they're not rounding up all those young kids. With the lack of urgency, you attach the portal now that allows kids to transfer easily, and that's creating a whole new market of talent for the college coach. So instead of a coach coming to an event like this saying, we have to find a 2021 catcher, they can look for a 2021 catcher, but they also have that portal to go recruit some older, mature catchers who know what the college game's all about and have been through a season or two. So that's expanded the pool of potential players. So because that pool is so much bigger, there's a lot less stress on the college coaches, particularly in the fall.
How does that, and I don't know if you know that, how does that change things for travel coaches and parents?
I think it slows things down for parents. As soon as they made the change, we decided to stop inviting 7th and 8th graders to our fall events because we just don't want parents to spend that money. You know, there's no need to spend that money. So I think it changes the dynamic for parents. It slows everything down. I don't think they have to rush. My personal opinion is I don't think there's a need to fly all over the country now as young prospects, just because nobody's really recruiting you yet. You know, and the key is to improve your skill set and improve your ability and improve your athleticism and conditioning, because that's going to put you in a position to be recruited when you become a sophomore or a junior or whatever. For the travel ball coach, I think, again, it opens up some window, some room for maybe slowing things down. Instead of playing showcases all over, let's go practice. You know, maybe a weekend of practice would be more beneficial to the girls than a weekend of showcase play. So I think it offers a lot of those opportunities. But I will say all of us, OnDeck, the college coaches, the travel ball community, are still trying to find their equilibrium in the fall calendar. And that'll take a couple of years where everything kind of falls down into the rhythm that it needs to be.
How did you start OnDeck?
I was a college basketball coach for 17 years, and we had services like this that helped coaches recruit. And in 2005, we decided to start some camps, again based on the basketball model, where we filtered the kids and brought in kids that we liked so the coaches could simply come and watch and take notes. And
Sue Enquist was one of the first. Talk about like what she had said to you and her, you know, that first time you saw her.
And I asked her one day at Nationals, I said, why don't you ever get the good players together and, you know, just come and watch and instead of chasing kids all over the place. And she said, well, nobody's been able to do that. She goes, why don't you do it? And I laughed and said, no, I'm not interested. I've got too much other work to do. And she's a very persistent woman. She is a dear, dear friend of ours, and she stayed on us. And so we finally said, okay, we'll do that. So we held a camp up in Washington, small little camp, and it went great. And then we launched this camp, the Elite Camp in Las Vegas. And it was a leap of faith by, I think, 33 families that brought, or 34 families that brought their kids to Las Vegas. We had no idea if any coaches would be there because we don't solicit coaches. We just tell them what we're doing. And so the kids are out there, Caitlin Boyd, Dallas Escobedo, Kenzie Fowler, Samantha Camuso, all these kids who ended up being all-Americans, Lexi Bennett, Dorian Shaw, they're out there warming up. And it's 10 to 8 when we're supposed to start. You know, we're going to start at 8, and it's 10 to 8, and there's not a coach in sight. And I was just going, oh my gosh, this is horrid. And then Sue Enquist walked through the gate.
And then you knew that things were going to be okay?
Yes, absolutely. Because with that group of kids, if Sue Enquist is sitting in the stands, then I consider it a major success, and I would think those family would too. And I've never been so happy to see somebody outside my family in my lifetime, right? But it was a great moment. I think we had 31 or 32 coaches show up, all major coaches. It turned out to be a great event. 22 of those kids went on to All-American careers, I believe. They all signed with major schools, and it's just taken off since then.
How do you see the value in having a third party measuring the sort of these
Yes.
the metrics of the kids?
Right. I think it's invaluable. Because what happens is the landscape is so big, there's no coaching staff that can cover the landscape. It's too big. While travel ball people and everything are some of the best people we know, they still have a slanted view because they think so highly of the kids that are playing for them, as they should. And so the message between the travel ball community and the college coach often can be a little muddied. So all of a sudden we, step into the picture, and we're just the objective third party that offers our opinion, and then it's up to the college coach to decipher, what we say.
Your comments on these players, are they well received? And you were saying that people are looking for them quite
Yes.
quickly after they're done.
Yeah, for this camp, the coaches want this report out like tomorrow, but it's going to take me about 4 or 5 days because I write a paragraph on each kid. We take all the notes that we've taken today and compile them and the ODM scores, and we look at past evaluations of kids to see how much they're growing, and we put all that together in a really solid evaluation, I think.